He writes for and is part owner of Outkick.com, which is excellent. We're happy to have him on tonight. Jason Whitlock, thanks so much for coming on. What do you make of this? You hear a lot.
I think that fear is a mechanism, a tool for control.
Yeah.
And the Democratic Party, the mainstream media, are using fear to control people and to control African Americans in particular. You cannot function properly if you live in an irrational fear. Again, for those of us that have religious faith, we understand that fear is the friend of evil, and the reason you embrace faith is so that you can operate without fear and you can reach your highest potential. This is just an irrational fear. When they put that into the platform, when Michelle Obama echoes those thoughts, I'm just like, what black communities have they actually lived in? Because that is not the fear that is pervasive throughout black communities. Fear of being stopped by the police and killed. The stats, the facts, the evidence don't back up this irrational fear. So why is someone trying to instill that fear in us of the police? It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you engage with the police filled with fear, you're more likely to make really bad decisions that then provoke them to take action. It's irresponsible what they're doing and what they're saying.
I never thought of that part of it, but you're absolutely right, and you're absolutely right that fear makes every single human being irrational, me, you, everybody. So I wonder what the long-term consequences of this are, apart from the one you just mentioned. Like, what kind of scar does this leave on the country if you keep saying stuff like this?
Look, the number one thing you can do to prevent someone from reaching their potential is convince them that they can't, and to convince them that the whole country is rigged against them. Therefore, why even try? Give someone an excuse not to be successful. Give someone an excuse to behave improperly when dealing with the police is how you ensure failure. I was brought up my entire life to go out and attack the world, and anything was a possibility. That was the hope that was put in me coming. I was born in 1967. My parents lived through the civil rights movement. Their goal, their hope for me and my brother, my stepsister and stepbrother, was for us to go out and conquer the world. We're now telling kids you can't conquer the world. And so if you're a black kid competing against Asian kids, white kids, Latino kids, and you've been convinced, oh, the whole system's rigged against you, you can't succeed, and the other kids you're competing with are out there, well, the world's on a platter for me. If I just go out and attack it and work hard, I'm going to be successful. You have less of a chance of competing against your peers if your attitude and mindset aren't right. Attitude controls outcome. And why the Democrats, I'm just sorry, it's pure evil. It's borderline satanic if you really have an understanding of religious faith, the principles taught in the Bible, why Jesus died on the cross for us. If God's on your side, how can you fail? It's sickening to me what this message, and to see a major political party pump this message into the black community is really disheartening for me.
You're making me emotional listening to that, because I think you're so right. Jason Whitlock, thank you very much for that.
Thank you.